Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Shane. I want to present a question. If something happened, a natural disaster or a civil unrest, which is happening, I'm not even going to say like a Red Dawn, like where the Russians or the Chinese, or where the Russians or the Chinese invade us, and it's, if you don't take our side, then we're going to put you in these camps, and then you got people that's, a resistance. I wholeheartedly believe that if America got invaded by some other country, it would be a scary incident, but I don't think it would be as big of a deal as some of the movies would make it, because I live in the South. I have a gun with me right now. I've got gear in my truck that lives here. I have friends that I've grown up with. We all have shotguns and rifles, and we've been deer hunting, and I'm in the military, and I was in law enforcement for a while, and I know people that dream of the day that the zombie apocalypse happens or another country is dumb enough to try to invade us. My question is, if something major happened where you're at, do you have the knowledge and the resources and the will to survive that ordeal? I live an hour away from where I work. I grew up in this area where I work, and I know this area pretty well, but where I live is an hour away from where I actually work. I'm not as in the best shape as I used to be, which I'm working on. I've had some health issues, and I've had back problems and knee problems and blah, blah, blah. And it comes with being in the military, and all my military guys, they'll agree. I feel like I have the knowledge. I'm not a super proficient survivalist. I'm not, this super bushcraft guy and go out here and disappear into the woods and start a whole nother civilization. But I have enough knowledge that I could make a shelter, find and purify water. I know where to look for food. I know I have knowledge of catching or killing food. And I feel like, yes, I know that it would not be a quick trip, but 50 miles, could I walk that back to my house? I confidently say, yes, I can do that. Now, I don't know how long it would take me. I know for a fact that I can do a 10K ruck in, a couple of hours. I've done that. Not saying that I would take off and I could be there, before sundown. I have the knowledge and I have resources with me that I believe that I could do that. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't run into issues along the way, but I confidently think and feel and know that if something happened, I could go from where I'm at right now and make it to home. Take me several days. I got that, but I know I could do that. My question is, could you do that? I live in the Dixie Alley for tornadoes. We've had several really bad tornadoes in the past. A lot of people, know where Hackleburg, Alabama is. In April 2011, the tornado came and basically wiped Hackleburg away. Hackleburg's my hometown, and we are not strangers to bad storms and situations like that. Do you have water? Do you have the knowledge to gather water for your family? I'm married and I have kids. I understand that if the power goes out, my family's got to drink something. So I know that I could do it. I'm not saying it would be easy. It would be difficult, but I have the knowledge to provide, drinking water and food for my family. That's my question. With everything going on in the world, like all these riots going on in Portland, and with all this political nonsense going on in America today. Today is October the 8th, 2025. There's no telling what tomorrow will hold. There's no telling what will happen. There's wars going on, you know, all over the world right now. We got all this conflict going on down in Venezuela and in South America, and then of course all the tensions. America is one of the youngest nations in the world, and out of our time as a nation, we have basically been at war the majority of the time. I've never actually sat down and like looked up what, you know, this percentage of time that America's been at war since its inception as a nation, but it's a lot. Like, I mean, we've basically been at war pretty much the entire time we've been a nation. I always like to make a joke. I've heard this somewhere else, and I don't know where I heard it. I would give them credit, but America is basically 50 war tribes, and for the most part, none of us get along. But when it comes down to it, we will all band together to fight a foreign enemy. I say that, but we all know how some other states are. They're a little bit more liberal. I don't want to be political. I really don't want to be political on my channel. I don't like politics. I messed up in the past on TikTok doing that. So with everything going on in the country, I'm sorry, this is like squirrel moment. I went left field. With everything going on in the country and in the world, I feel like as a citizen, you should be doing what you can to be able to provide for yourself and your family, to keep yourself and your family safe. Do you have the knowledge? Do you have skills? Like I said, I have skills, I have knowledge and resources to go out and be able to, yes, I could survive. It would probably be rough, but I have the basic knowledge and the basic skills, and I love to practice those, which will be something that I probably do videos on in the future. Do you have the knowledge and the skills to protect yourself and your family and provide for them in a time of crisis or emergency? That's my question. None of this is script. None of this is scripted. Also, I apologize for my truck. Me and my wife were in the process of trying to sell our house, and we've been moving stuff. If you're here and you've stuck around as long as you have, thank you. Do me a favor, hit subscribe. I know it don't cost you anything. It just helps me out. Give me a thumbs up. But whether you do that or not, that's fine. But leave me a comment. Tell me what you would love to see that you don't see other outdoor YouTube channels do. I want to try to do something different compared to these other ones. You know, I'm never going to be an Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. I'll never be that. But I would love to build a community of like-minded people, or just people in general that have an interest in being prepared and being in the outdoors and family. So I appreciate everything. I hope you have a good one. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.